Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from PhoneBunch and today we are going to review the InFocus M350. It's available for about Rs 8,000 from Snapdeal.com and it comes with a quad-core 64-bit MediaTek MT6732 processor, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage which is expandable, 8 megapixel rear and 8 megapixel front-facing, both autofocus cameras. We'll talk about the rest of the specs later on. Coming to the build, on the right you have the power lock and unlock button, very sturdy. At the top, audio jack. Moving to the left you have the volume rocker, very sturdy again. At the bottom you have the micro USB data syncing and charging port. Now the sides are actually not made out of metal, it just looks like that. It's just high quality plastic really. And it feels good to hold moreover. The sides of the device are about 3.5 mm in thickness, but it tapers up to about 10.6 mm. Now just to give you a size comparison, I have the U-Euphoria over here. Both have 5-inch displays, but you can see that the InFocus M350 is quite a bit taller. Now that's definitely to house that 8 megapixel autofocus front-facing camera. The designs are pretty different on these smartphones. I do like the tapering design of the InFocus M350. So you have an 8 megapixel rear camera, secondary noise cancellation mic, as well as the LED flash speakerphone at the bottom, which is actually plenty loud. Now this back cover is actually very difficult to get open, but it's quite sturdy, doesn't bend or flex easily. Now you have a 2500 mAh non-removable battery over there. You can see the SAR information up there too. Now this is a 4G LTE dual SIM device, but the SIM card one slot accepts 4G SIMs, while the second one just 2G, and you can expand storage up to 32 gigs. Coming to the front, you have a notification LED, proximity and light sensors right there, and you have a 8 megapixel front-facing autofocus camera for great selfies. Now both the cameras are actually pretty good on the device. We'll talk about that in a short while too. Now at the bottom you have on-screen buttons, but they behave a bit differently. On the far left you have the menu key, and if you double tap the home button, even a capacitive one, you get your recent apps or the app switcher. Now the display actually looks pretty neat. The color reproduction is good over here, good touch response as well. The blacks look dark, good contrast. It's slightly warm, there is a slight color distortion, but apart from that, it's a pretty good display. Now you have a blue light filter so that your eyes don't get strained. You can change the color temperature if you don't like that, and you can change a bit of the contrast levels as well. Overall, it's a pretty decent display at this price point. Now network and call quality, again we didn't have any major issues over here. Call recording is also baked in. You have automatic call recording too, another great feature. Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth as well as USB tethering worked quite well. GPS is also available on the device and navigation was quick. Coming to the camera, you have an 8 megapixel rear autofocus and 8 megapixel front-facing autofocus cameras here. The rear camera does take a little bit of time to save images. You do have some filters baked in. You can apply them directly to the viewfinder and see the image as it is going to turn out. There's a live photo mode. You have a live photo mode, really not that useful. Motion tracking is really not that great either. There are several scene modes available. Now I'll try to do a separate camera review for the device. So right now we'll take a look at the camera samples that we have taken. Color reproduction is actually pretty accurate. It's slightly warm, the rear camera that is. The front-facing selfie camera takes very detailed shots. It's actually better than some of the rear cameras that we get in this price bracket. Now coming to the rear camera, it takes very good images. You can see right there, good contrast, great color levels as well. Macro shots also turn out good, but you do have to do some work to get them look right. You can see quite a lot of detail over here. There is a bit of over sharpening going on here. You can see that in the edges, but I really don't mind that. Images turn out crisp, they do look very good. Even distant shots did turn out quite well. Dynamic range is also good over here. Now low light performance was again a bit better than I expected. The flash definitely helps over here. It's white in color, captures colors quite accurately. Now this is the video recording. It's 1080p at 30 fps. The camera handles exposure control quite well in video. Have a listen to the audio. Now there is no continuous autofocus available over here, but you do have tap to focus in videos. Overall, the image quality from the cameras is far better than its video capabilities. Now the music playback quality is actually pretty decent over here. The speakerphone is loud. It isn't really that tinny, but doesn't have that much bass in there as well. You do have an equalizer built in. FM radio is also supported over here. Now the speakerphone isn't really as loud as the Redmi 2, but still gets the job done. Now there are several video formats supported, including MKV, 3GP as well as MP4 and AVI. You can see the default video player, quite a few options available over here, including an option to pop out the video player. You can continue doing your work in the background while the video plays in the foreground, no issues with performance. Now we are playing our YouTube video. It's a gaming review of the Sony Xperia Z3 Plus or Z4, whatever you want to call it, and video playback again was very smooth. Now let's come to software. Sadly, this phone is still running Android 4.4 KitKat, not Lollipop. This is a default launcher. There were some useless apps that came pre-installed, but not a lot really. Now here's your notification shade, quite a number of toggles available over here. You have your flashlight toggle there, again very useful stuff. Long tapping on any of the home screens, you can go ahead and add more widgets to it, change wallpaper, you can also change the animation between different home screens, and you can edit the notification shade toggles. Just their arrangement, you can't add any more toggles. And you can see right here, Android 4.4.4 KitKat with in-life UI on top. Now the UI is really not that obtrusive, it's quite fluid too. Coming to storage, you have about 11 odd gigs available when you get the device. App data is not movable to the external storage, but you can still move apps. Now USB OTG is also supported. Now I'll play a video from the USB storage directly, and you can see it plays quite well. Now there's about 900 odd MB of RAM that's free right now, so plenty for multitasking here. Now there are some cool software features. You can check which apps can show notifications, which apps start up when your phone boots up as well, disable those, and you can also manage which are the default apps for your music, videos, or even the launcher. There's some gestures baked in, like shake to change a song. I would have liked double tap to wake, but that's not available over here. There's another cool feature, app traffic control, which lets you customize which app is able to use your mobile data or should use just your Wi-Fi, or neither for that matter. Now let's open phonebunch.com. This is the default keyboard. It's been skinned to look like lollipops. Web browsing is actually pretty smooth. Pages render very quickly, text and images render quickly as well. Pinch to zoom is very smooth over here as well. Moreover, the text looks crisp. Apps do open up quickly here too. Performance is very smooth on this device. Moreover, this phone doesn't heat up in general use, always a great bonus. You can see even in gaming there was no frame drop. Most of the games that we tried played superbly. App data is not movable over here, but still the gaming performance cannot be denied. Mali T760 MP2 GPU performed great throughout our gaming review of the M350. Coming to battery life, it's again one of the plus points of this device. We're able to get through one day of usage very easily, and a smart power saver definitely helped in getting through to that battery life. Well folks, that was a full review of the InFocus M350. Now it's priced at about Rs 8,000. That's a bit pricier than what would I have liked, because the Redmi 2, Lenovo A6000 Plus all are going for about 6,999 nowadays. So it's about $1,000 costlier than those, and for that you are actually getting slightly superior build quality, a front-facing 8 megapixel autofocus camera, good gaming performance without overheating. Now there isn't really anything wrong with this device. It's actually a pretty good device at this price point. The design might not be to everyone's liking. Apart from that, it's a good solid offering from InFocus. We'll be back with more. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Thanks for watching this video, and as always, have a great day.